In that video, I'll show you the workflow of the owner of the object. He goes to add property page and he see only a few parameters on that page. It is a category of the object, but the parameters depends on the category. Next, he selects the deal type is sell or rent. Rent has a period parameter and set the price. Also, he sets the number of room and area for flats. Next, he selects the address of the object, or he can fill the address in that field. He saves the object. Here he sees the object and wait for the photographer. Now I switch to the photographer view. He goes to his cabinet, goes to the job tab. He sees all the objects ready for starting the job, and he sees the newly created object in that list. He clicks on it and don't see any information, just the type of the object, parameters and address. He may click apply or decline. In that video I am clicking an apply button and the object goes to the bottom of the photographer jobs. I said that if the object is in work more than 5 days, it marked by yellow flag, and the system says that it is a delay. If there is no delay, we see the green button, and we see that we started from Thursday, February, and we have a couple of days to finish. When the objects approved by the administrator and are on inside, they move to the job archive. Here is the objects where we done the photo sessions. If the photographer don't want to work with some of property, he can remove it from the list and make the object free, and that object will appear on the map. So let's continue working with the object we applied. We have to add a 3D2 photos to the object. We can click on edit button as a photographer, and we see now that we have more parameters to fill, and we see the current status of the object block, and status is new. And the system say to photographer that he should contact the object's owner and ask him about the property details and fill them. Also, he have to schedule a meeting. We see here that we don't have fields to upload photos yet, because we will have it only on the next stage. Here we can call the property owner, we can see the telephone number, and we can agree an meeting time with him. For example, on Monday. And click Save. Also, we can send an invoice to the owner, and the amount, the value of the invoice automatically computed depending on square meters of the object. We can, as an administrator, we can edit that parameter in settings. We can find a 3D parameter, and here we have two parameters: price per meter, it is 100, and publication cost. I'll describe publication cost in the next video. So the system multiplies 100 square meters on the $100. So I am, as a photographer, put the comment to the invoice and send it to the owner. During the conversation, the photographer knows more information about the object, and now he can set that information here in the parameters. He can do that during the call. And save the object. Next, if we go back to the edit object page, we will see that the stage is changed. The stage is for the session schedule, and the system says to the photographer that he should conduct the photo session and upload the photos here. Now he already have a button to add photos. Now let's return to the owner property page, update the my properties page, and we see that Alex started working with his object. And we can go to the object, and we see that the photographer proposed a meeting, and we can accept that meeting. Also, we can go to the invoices, and we can see a new invoice, and we can pay it. And if we return to the photographer page, we see that invoice is paid, and we can conduct the photo session. Now we go on Monday when we go to the property and make photos, we can add them to that fields. So we add in the photos. Also, we can change the parameters of the object. And click Save. Next, we go back to the jobs and to update the page, and we see that object already with photos. And if we go to the edit object, and also you have to notice that I can't reject the job now. I don't have the trash can button, but on the other object I have it. And if we go to the edit object page, we can see that the current status of the object is photo session done, and we are waiting when the administrator approve the 3D tour. As an administrator, we go to the list of properties. It is easier to use a Kanban, and we go through the all objects that are on the photo session done. Here is one object. We are checking the photos that photographer made and create a photo session. I'll copy the photo session from the other object. So when we made the photo session and everything is okay, we click add button to the videos and save that object. Here's the problem. I'll remove that we need to fill the client's data to use it in our CRM after. So we added the photo session to the object, and we can return to the edit property page, update it. I'm sorry, and when we add the photo session to the object, we have to change the status of the object from photo session done to object approved. And now if we update the object by photographer, we see that object is approved, and we can check the photo session, check that 3D tour that made by the administrator, and 3D tour is here. Now we can't change the photos of the object because they are already in the 3D tour, and only administrator can change it. And if the 3D tour is okay, we can publish the object to the site. So we checked the 3D tour, and we can select show on the site. If we want to remove the object from the site, we click the cross button. So we put the show on the site, and we can save the object. So now that object is on the site. Here is that object. and that object has only the 3D tool and its parameters.